Hello everyone, welcome. Let me just see, I'm just going here to see if I can get the chat up on the other computer, and that's probably not what I want because when I do get it, I will be having some feedback. So, good afternoon. I'm going to give you guys, I'm in the mountains today. Got my yoga bun on, did some yoga this morning. Good morning, Julia. I hope you guys are having a good day. Just finished up teaching. I gotta figure out a new way to do the live streaming because now I have to like copy and paste everything into the details and stuff like that. So it's frustrating. So we'll get that figured out. Not a worry. I'm just getting my chart set up over here on the screen and we will switch over. So hello. Good afternoon to everyone. Thanks for giving me a shout out. Shout out back to Julia. Everything's monetizable. Kawa, Elena, Arky, and John. All right, guys. Let's go ahead and get into the SPY, right? Let me get, I'll get rid of the background right here. All right. So now we have the SPY. We've broken out from this downward trend. We broke that 342 area. And I've got this really cool new little indicator that I love. And this came from me doing a demo about doing a demo from TradingView in the Java pit. And somebody said, hey Jane, can you find this for me? And sure enough, I did. And look at it, it's pretty cool, right? Signifies, hey, when to go short, boom. When to go long, ride it up. Short, oh, nope, mostly long. Now remember, the market is bullish in general. So on today's watch list, did have Roku today for breaking out and had a little run. It really opened up higher today and then it pulled back to the downside, back to that area. I said, hey, if it breaks above here, well, it broke up there in the first 5 minutes, a nice $6 move. You had to have been really fast. Hey, Mark, good afternoon. And then it pulled back to the 21 EMA on the 5-minute chart. Sort of traded choppy sideways, but now it's set lower highs. So it looks as if this is setting up maybe potentially to the downside. Also Fastly as well today, had this on my watch list as a potential long, and it failed right off the bat. See, isn't that cool how it just shows that for you guys? And then nice target down here, right back down, pretty much came to the low of the peak from yesterday. So it's sort of that gap fake out, come down to the bottom. Nope, psych, we're gonna buy it up with some volume down here and we're going to bounce it back up. Now we're in a potential long trade on the 5-minute chart. Also in Apple. So Apple, we've had a lot of volume and volatility. I don't know, I'm torn. I'm gonna get rid of this downward trend. Actually, no, I'm not. We keep respecting the upper bound here. I see two different things. I'm conflicted with Apple until it can really break above 1,617 area, or until we can really break down below right here. Now why? Because I see an upside down head and shoulders. Do you guys see this? Ah, thanks, Mark. No, I'm good. That's okay. I'm not like a super diehard. Yeah, Kyle, definitely. So on Apple, we've got this upside down head and shoulders on the daily chart, right? But we're still respecting this downward trend. We had a bunch of dark pool activity, and right now it's just not, it's like there's something that's just holding it down. Maybe they're trying to get their position on, and by they, I mean the really big guys at the market and how they trade in the dark pools. So if you guys would also like to learn more about the dark pools, just come over to literally the dark, whoa, what did I do? I meant to write in the chat and I did something. I changed it. Hold on, guys. All right. thedarkpools.com. And that's where you will find me teaching. I teach there twice a week. And hold on, let me fix the chat. I changed the chat, live chat. There we go. Can I make it bigger? There we go. Perfect. Okay, now I can see the chat. So we've got this right here, and let me add on AXTA, DPW, also Domino's Pizza Hut, AMD, Neo. Yeah, Neo's on my watch list today, I think. No? And Cody, JWN, and AAL. So maybe we missed Cody there. No, got it. All right, perfect. So looking at Apple, also IBM. So I'm conflicted with Apple, which the big move of Apple will really dictate what's going to happen with the market. If Apple and Microsoft start getting really heavy dark pool prints and we start to go below that, guess what? Put your seatbelts on. The market's likely going to go down. Right now, it's like, hey, there's uncertainty with the elections. There's uncertainty with stimulus. There's uncertainty with COVID. There's all this uncertainty. And so it's really, really choppy right now in October. For IBM, crazy volume spike up. I don't know if there was news or not, just checked it, but looking at it technically, it had a short right off the bat coming down to the 20 simple moving average here on the 15-minute chart. Came up, found resistance roughly at 113.44, and then it came back down, found support. So this is somewhat range bound for the day right here. If you guys see that, pretty much right here. It needs to break one way or the other for the next big move. So it would need to break up above 133.70 or down below 130.50, and with volume, right? We had big volume right here. If we actually zoom it in on the 5-minute chart, looks like most of the volume came on this candlestick where people were buying it up from 130.80 right down here. So they might have been buying it up and then it's slowly just riding down and starting to curl over on the shorter time frame right here for a potential long. Tesla had some dark pool activity today. We are up above and it's just been like chop salad. We came down to the 200 SMA on the 5-minute chart and it's broken this trend right here. So are we going to, we didn't really have too much volume coming into it. Would like to see a break above right here at 436, excuse me, 434, 435 area, and then see it continue to the upside. If it breaks up from here, we've got this nice downward trend. We might have a nice run up from there. You see, it's just went downward trend. Maybe this is going to be the short squeeze coming up and it will push it up even further. It needs to break all these moving averages though. So it really needs to break 434.26. Let's turn on the volume session profile. Yeah, Joseph, I'll add Facebook too. So right now, the point of control that's above us is right up here at 434.85. So really need it to go up above there, 435, before it would continue to the upside. Okay, let's continue. Morgan Stanley had some good price action this morning and it had a crazy wick to the downside, opened up down, broke out, and broke up above, right? And you can see, hey, this is our point of control right now. Are they loading up here for a second move to the upside, starting to break above? Next moving average up here is roughly 49.70, then up to 50.23. And look, if we can break right here, which we tested 49.40 on the daily, it has a gap to fill up to 49.80, roughly this moving average right here. So this might be that next move up. They're consolidating right here and boom, potential move to the upside. WWR to the downside, hold on 2 seconds. There we go. All right, cool. And let me just really quickly make sure that the other room is not going in the background. All right. There we go, guys. Sorry if you heard Jay from the training pit in the background. I still have it on. So WWR finally broke that 10 mark, and now it looks like it's heading back down to reality, maybe back down here to 566 for that potential short. AT&T starting to curl down, had volume, and it has bounced up a little bit, but on the daily chart, we've got this doji now with the dividend. So that's likely part of the reason why it pulled back today, and it's starting to end to the upside. We shall see if we're able to go ahead and close the gap to the upside. Not sure though. That's a pretty big gap for AT&T. It tends to have a smaller range throughout the day. JKS looked like it was going to be a short today. It really did. It was finally, it had some pulling back, and then they bought into it with some power, took it back up, new high breakout, and starting to pull back here. You can see also, look at how this candlestick, we came and tested and it bounced, right? So is this going to hold? This is also our point of control, which is really cool to see that level I gave you guys for breaking above this morning is the point of control. So will that be bearish below that because they're selling it, or is it going to continue to the upside because they're buying it there? Domino's Pizza as well had earnings. Big potential move. Hey, if it pulled up above here, potential move to the upside. Nice move there where it could have closed the gap to the upside, but no, it failed. And they brought it right back down here. You guys see, everybody says, Jane, you have so many moving averages on your chart. Why? Look at that, right? It performs. You see that moving average? Nice one to have on your chart for potential entries. All right, AXTA, coding system. So on our daily chart, we're breaking above that 425. It's fairly extended on the daily chart. So it's further away from the moving average, and it might retrace back like a rubber band. It's stretched out to the upside, and it might contract back down before it will stretch back out again. Now remember, it's like a balloon. If you blow up a balloon, it gets bigger, but it's never quite as small as it was before. So if something blows up like this, usually it doesn't always come right back down before it has a little bounce and then comes back down to the downside. For the shorter time frame, it broke out, hit a high right here, and then it looks as if it was breaking below. There's our point of control. I'll turn that off because it's a little busy, right? And then as soon as it broke here, this was that short entry right down here for potential cover, bounce, and short, bounce. It's just on a downward trend down right now. And you can also see on these candlesticks, we have lots of selling, right? So right here to right here, it's broken up above here. You can see a little bit of volume came into it, looking a little, it's not overbought on our stochastics, but it is showing that it needs to really get some volume into it. And right now, the middle of the day is not the best time to trade. So the big move likely was this downward trend for the day. Okay, DPW. Yeah, Michael, I'll put on, did I add Facebook yet? I don't think I added Facebook. Facebook for Joseph, FCX, GBTC, HYLN. Yeah, you like that, Joseph? Ah, look, DPW. Bouncing off of the 425 on the 5-minute chart. You guys see that? I didn't make it up. Look at that, right? This is why I love this. It will work on the 5-minute chart. It can work on the 15-minute chart. It works on a daily chart. And now we're testing the 21 EMA right here. So the volume looks like it came in. It's starting, this might be a potential reversal trade here as well, where the shorts might start to get squeezed. Electric product manufacturing. Many times two things will trade, oops, I did not mean to do that. It will trade in tandem with the indexes. So the index is 343, it's really jumped up. That was interesting. It was at 342 and then it just jumped to 343. So seeing that those are being pulled up, a lot of stocks should likely have green price action today. Remember that the S&P 500 is 500 different stocks. AAL, so AAL, why isn't it showing? All right, AAL, we have this downward trend on the daily and upward trend right here. On the shorter time frame, there was a bit of a short right here. We had crazy volume with the news. I guess I was teaching at this point. From 11 until 12, I was teaching. And there was news, hey, guess what? We're not going forward with the stimulus for the airlines, okay? But now they're potentially putting it into a separate package. Down here, let me see if I have it. I don't have it open. Let's open it up right here. And I'll show you guys. As long as we're staying up above pretty much 1277, I like this to the long side. Oh, it's already there, see? Okay, so this is what's really cool. These are the big prints, right? So 300,000, 277,000, 200,000, 200,000, 200,000. Oh, and now there's more coming in too. 1307. So between 1277 and 1307, come back over here. Rectangle. We'll do this, and we'll just do like this. And I'll go to the settings. Because I don't know if it was exact right there. But if you guys have this on your chart, if you're drawing it on your chart, you could do alerts as well. That doesn't want to get to. All right, 1277 and 1307. In between here, that there was 300, we'll call this 577, 777, 977, 1177, 1377, 1577. So that's 1.5 million, right? That was traded from here to here. Whichever way it goes, that's going to be the big move for it. So we will see if this ends up, I'll move it further out to 320. This is the number of bars, by the way, if you do that. So we can say, all right, if it's bouncing off of this and it continues to the upside, we now have that many below us. So you guys are getting a little tidbit of real-time dark pool activity, right? So watch it and see and profit from it, hopefully. We don't usually see that many, but look at the crazy volume that just came in all of a sudden as it came down here. Now, maybe that's Buffett getting in. Maybe that is, hey Google, what is 1.5 million times $13.90? Or, excuse me, hey Google, what is 1.5 million times $12.90? Do the average.
The answer is 19.35 million United States dollars.
All right, so it's a $19 million position, right? We'll say, yes, there were lots of different little ones, but that's $19 million worth of the stock. So are we going to go up from here and they're going to grow that 19 million amazingly? You can see also that when the stock is going sideways, that will happen when there's a position that is being put on. Kyle, I don't know if it's buying or selling yet, right? We have to wait to see where it goes from here. This happens to be hitting the 425 on the 5-minute chart, and this could very well end up with a massive move to the upside. Maybe they know that Trump has already agreed to giving the airlines, American Airlines is the largest airline in the world, right? So if maybe they know somebody, hey, guess what? Trump is agreeing to this. Time to get in or time to sell it, right? I don't know. But there's a lot of talk about airlines and stimulus and trying to save jobs as they just had to lay off 19,000 people. That's quite a large number, right? So maybe that somebody knows what's going to happen and they're putting their trades in. And for you guys that are following it and for you guys that watch the video today, watch American in the next couple of days. This might be a great investment, potentially getting in it right here at 1307. Hey, if it goes below 1277, guess what? You only lost 30 cents. If not, if it goes up, guess what? You have $19 million worth position at your back, right? Okay. off my soapbox of dark pools. Just watch it. Hey, Asif, I'm good, thank you. All right, so Facebook. Facebook looks like, you know what, I'm going to turn it on over here too because I like this. What do you guys think? You guys like looking at this as well? So, Facebook, we had a short to the downside, came to the upside. Now, I would like that confirmation really to break above right here at 268. So you can see there might be some resistance going on because it might butt up against these candlesticks over here. However, we also have earnings coming up. It might be a scenario where they run it up into earnings. Let's see what happened last earnings as an example. So last earnings, they did the opposite. They actually took it down before earnings, right? How far are we from earnings today? We are 15 bars, okay? So what happened last time? Earnings day, let's go back, 15 bars. They took it up a little bit, and then they took it down. Took it sideways, really. Took it down, and then as soon as it broke above that level, boom, up, right? On the shorter time frame, it's just been a nice upward motion. You can see even though we get the little signals that it's a short, it's still holding this 21 EMA right here. So 263.50, if we get the short signal and it drops below there, hey, likely target 262.31 right there. Okay, FCX. All right, FCX, I haven't had this on my chart here for a while now, but we are testing. It looks like a nice little cup and handle almost. We are a bit extended away from the moving average right here on the daily chart. And let's see, let's put these over here on the right. I don't know why sometimes they just stick on one and not on the other. All right, so this was the range that we traded in before the drawback to the 50 simple moving average on the daily, and it's holding up there again. So maybe these are some bag holders. They got hurt from up here back at 17 and they're looking to get out. It also looks like on the daily chart that 50 SMA is really acting as a resistance point, and we're just going sideways, right? This doesn't look that interesting right now on the daily because we're just going sideways, right? The big move happened earlier in the morning from 17.20 down to $17 right here. All right, Bitcoin. So Bitcoin, whoa, having a nice day. Nice. So we were in a downward trend, and it looks like we've had some volume coming in today. We've broken this trend. It's a bit extended, might pull back down here and then continue to the upside. Likely, Bitcoin itself is ripping as well as it trades. Yeah. It just broke. So here's Bitcoin over here. It's hitting a resistance point, just hit the 50 simple moving average. And we might see continuation up from here, or it could sell off from here and pull back and contract a little bit. All right, let's go back to GBTC. Down here. Yeah, my pleasure, Michael. Happy to help. Okay, so there's Bitcoin. All right, GBTC, I mean, and HLYN. Yeah, if you're trading GBTC, Michael, make sure you're looking to see what Bitcoin itself is doing, because you're trading something that's going to parallel the price action, hopefully, because it's supposed to be trading off of that. All right. HYLN, John, you see my awesome moving average right here, the 425, tested it once, broke above, and pulled right back down. And then it bounced off of our 200 and the 50 simple moving average. So if this fails right here, test down to 31.20, then down to 31. It does look like it's found support on the daily down here at 29.04. So, but it's in a downward trend, right? It's better to catch the stocks like we were looking at Facebook, right? Wait for it to prove that it's going up. Wait for it to prove that it's going up. All right, now Facebook, I'm going to go back to that other one, don't worry. If we do a parallel channel here, right? That's our new upward channel potentially right here for the trend change. And if this continues and it breaks up above, then my target would be up here, 273.65. If it could break above 266.80. All right, so let's look back at HYLN. So right now it's down at the bottom. Potential bounce off of this moving average. So getting in here, my risk would be roughly back down here because I wouldn't want to let it go further. And I'd want to get in as close as possible down here. And right now it looks like even on this shorter term time frame, it looks like it's heading down. So the longer and the shorter right now are both heading down, right? And if the market all of a sudden has a big drawdown, then a lot of stocks will likely draw down as well. Okay, KNDI. Let's see. The 1020? I think I do, John, but you know what? I could do that. I could create one. I'm about to do some videos. So you want a moving averages video? All right. Yeah, we can talk about that for sure. And I'll show you guys what I have on here as well. So KNDI, Technologies Group. Looks like it's butting up against a former resistance level. You can see that this was here from the past, probably from this trading day where it went short. And then it bounced off of the moving averages here. A bit of a shallow cup and handle, right? Do you guys see this shallow cup and handle here? Right here, shallow, then it goes up, and then the handle right there. So if that's our cup to right here, 186, and then it broke out from 660, add 186 onto that, 7846 would be my target right up here. Almost that next resistance line. Watch it pull that back down. So 846 would be my rough target to the upside. Looks like it has that momentum going. It's up above the largest volume candlestick day here. And earnings is right there. Last time into earnings, it had a crazy run just before earnings. And then it pulled back just a little bit into earnings. All right. Okay guys, unless you all have any other questions, I will call it a wrap for today. And I will see you all tomorrow at 12:15. If there's anything that you guys want to see in videos, just like John was asking for a video about moving averages, just put it in the comments below or shoot me an email. You guys are always welcome to shoot me an email at jane@cjanetrade.com. And that's it. Carpe profits, use those profits one trade at a time. Have a great trading day, guys, and I'll see you all tomorrow. Bye.